Hello everyone, my name is Gabby and today is July 10th, 2021, which means I am celebrating my 6-year BookTube anniversary. And so as always, I try to upload a video on my anniversary to do something to celebrate. Last year I did a live stream and just had a whole bunch of friends pop on and just kind of did something more casual. And of course I'm filming this video a few days before the anniversary, so I kind of just want to take some time to like sit back and reflect on the past year and on just the past 6 years of my channel and just say thank you to all of you for your support, continually watching my videos, for sharing them, commenting, for liking, for being a part of this little community that I have created. Your support means everything to me, and it's one of the reasons why I feel like I've grown so much in this community and felt so comfortable in this community, because there's so many amazing people who are just so uplifting and make being a part of this community so worthwhile. I started my YouTube channel in 2015 after coming back from a trip from California, and I was looking at San Diego Comic-Con press and looking at press particularly related to the Hunger Games film franchise. There's a part of me that I think started to realize for the first time that I wanted to do journalism and wanted to be in press rooms and wanted to attend Comic-Cons and conventions and interview people and get to really talk to actors and directors and producers and writers about their process and how they make the stories that they do come to life, because I'm someone who's always loved storytelling from a very young age. It's particularly interesting to reflect back on that now that I am about a year away from graduating college and ultimately having a degree that will allow me to work towards that goal, and it feels all the more real. And it's just unbelievable to me that that was 6 years ago, like how quickly time has gone by. And obviously another reason why I started this channel was to make friends in the community, and that's something that I'm feeling particularly grateful for this year, because over the past year I have gotten to be a part of the Bard Book Club and Theater But Better and Caravan of Lies, which are projects that Bridget from B Books and Molly from Magical Molly have put together. Particularly Caravan of Lies is Molly's entire creation. She wrote it, edited it, directed it, casted it, and really put that whole thing together, and it was so amazing to be a part of that project. It was so fun. I mean, just in general, it's so great to have friends in the community that I can participate in collaborations with. Steve from The Lawn Gnome I've done a few collaborations with, and it's just so great to have those people in the community that I know that I can always turn to, that if I'm not always active on my own channel, I'm still here in the community doing collaborations with other people and getting to just have fun and make community. Truly, the people that I met through Theater But Better and Caravan of Lies and Bard Book Club are some of the most wonderful people, and not all of them are on BookTube, but it feels like they're all a part of this community anyway, because we all are stepping onto a BookTube creators channel and participating in these really fun projects, getting to read movie scripts for some of my favorite movies and getting to just to have fun and wear costumes and get to sort of do things that are out of the box that I don't normally do on my own channel. And I'm so grateful for that, because truly those projects have gotten me through what has been like a very stressful and overwhelming year. Because in the past year, since I celebrated my 5-year anniversary, I went back to school and I was an RA at my dorm, and so I was online for all of my classes, but I was still in a dorm, so it was like I had this weird experience of I was on campus and having to work where I lived, but I didn't get to be in any of my campus buildings minus my student center like once or twice. It was just definitely hard because it felt like I was locked in my room a lot of times and I just couldn't go anywhere. I think having those Zoom calls where I could have those things to look forward to, or even just hop onto a Zoom call with some friends and just chat and hang out while I'm getting homework done, was a lifesaver for me. Now, I'm particularly grateful for it because the world is starting to reopen and I'm starting to see friends in person, and I'm planning on having a sleepover with some friends and going to a movie theater again and getting to do all these things that last year would have been absolutely impossible to have happen. It makes me so grateful that I have community not only at home but friends who live in different states and different places, because as much as the world may be starting to reopen and people are starting to cautiously do things safely, I can always have that space to turn back to, and it just makes me so grateful for my internet friends, whether they be book friends or other internet friends. Just to have that space to turn to is something that I'm so incredibly grateful for. And so many friends who are always so willing to help me out and like support me through different projects and things that I'm doing for school, and to let me interview them and to help me find sources and things. Like, it's just so nice to have those people to fall back on, because truly I would have not gotten through this past year if it hadn't been for my friends. And so it's been really amazing to be a part of all those projects and to get to support them, especially Molly. Molly and Mar just recently came out with a book called Not a Myth. It's a poetry collection. It's fully illustrated. Mar did all the illustrations, Molly did all of the writing, and we did a book tour stop for it, so it was amazing that they asked me to moderate an event for them. It was exciting to get to support them through the process of creating that and getting to read the copy early. I am just so grateful for all my friendships and those connections, getting to watch my friends grow and getting to to have that support because it truly does mean the world, and it's one of the reasons why I'm here. And for me, it's such a reassurance that if I'm not always able to film, like I have that community to come back to and people that will always be there to support my channel even if I'm not always here, and it's freeing to not feel burdened by the fact that I'm not always uploading, because this next year is going to be so busy for me, and I say that all the time, but my life just happens to get busier because in the next year I'm going to still be an RA, I'm going to be a leader for a youth group on campus, I'm going to be working at my school's newspaper as a copy editor, and I'm going to be editing the communication department newsletter, and I am going to be a full-time student and taking 16 credit hours worth of classes. So it's going to be a wild, wild ride, and I am probably not going to film it all for the entire semester. I will get very lucky if I manage to even film 1 or 2 videos during the semester, and I will feel super proud and accomplished if I get to do even that. But I'm looking forward to all of those opportunities because I have realistically 1 year left of college if things go according to plan, and so I'm glad that I'm finally able to take advantage of opportunities on my campus and starting to get to do things now that my college is starting to move back more in person and getting to enjoy my college experience, because I only got a semester and a half before everything moved over to Zoom. Nice to be able to take advantage of the opportunities and things that I have on campus while I can. And so obviously that means I'm not always able to be here, but I don't feel guilty about it because I know I'm doing other things that are helping to set me up for my career. And on top of college, it's given me lots of opportunities to expand my own brand because I'm taking a summer class and it's a blogging class, so I've started a book blog, which I will leave linked down below in the description. On that book blog, I am of course posting about all things bookish. It's basically an extension of my YouTube channel, and so for now I'm only making posts that are related to class assignments just so it's easier for my professor to grade. All of the posts are of course still bookish and still readable. It's not like they're anything completely out there or different. I did a post, my first post was about the season 2 renewal for Shadow and Bone. I did a review of my friend Molly and Mars' poetry collection, Not a Myth. I did a books as outfits on there, and I'm trying to think of what else off the top of my head. Oh, and I did a reflection about all the collaborations that I've got to be a part of, Caravan of Lies, Theater But Better, and the Bard Book Club. Those are all the posts that I currently have on there, and then I'll probably have some other posts that will come out by the end of the month. Then I'll start posting on there on my own, and that's probably something I'm going to be focusing on more than BookTube because I found that it's easier for me to sit down and write a blog post and compile it and put it together than it is to film a YouTube video, especially because my internet at home is terrible. It's definitely something that hopefully you'll be seeing more from me from if I'm not always on YouTube. That's a new space that you can find me, and it's been fun to get to start book blogging and to get to take that on, and I'm glad that my college class has given me the opportunity to be able to do that. And I guess one of the last things that I want to talk about is my book. So in my live show last year, I read a small snippet of my book, which I was working on writing, and I don't think I was finished with at the time that live show happened. I am now finished with the book. I finished it at the end of July, I think on July 31st. I've since then been going back and making edits and cutting things down and changing things and rewording things and kind of seeing like what can I fix, what can I make better, and I'm now querying my book, so I'm trying to find an agent. I figured that maybe I would share the synopsis for my book in this video as a little treat and celebration. So the title of my novel is The Path That Leads to You, and here's the synopsis. The Path That Leads to You follows 23-year-old postgrad Tessa Elizabeth as she pursues a journalism internship at the Chicago Storm, an online newspaper dedicated to amplifying voices often ignored in major news outlets. After an unfair argument with her boss, Tessa is fired from her internship, sending her back to her hometown in the suburbs. Back in the suburbs, she reconnects with her high school AP Physics teacher, Sean Christopher. In high school, Sean was like a father figure to Tessa and helped her to learn to believe in herself when it seemed like no one else did. In the wake of losing her job, she feels as if Sean is the only one she can turn to. He soon introduces Tessa to his nephew, Josh. Tessa has been in the back of Josh's mind even if he never met her. When Tessa's co-worker, Marcus, stops by her hometown to convince her she can still have a career in journalism, Tessa is faced with the dilemma of figuring out what kind of future she wants for herself. A family-oriented life in the suburbs or a career-driven path in a big city. The Path That Leads to You deals with themes of found family, learning to be comfortable in a new relationship, and the pressures many young women face after college to either choose to settle down or start a career. So this is a novel that's very near and dear to my heart, and I started writing it after graduating high school, and it kind of was just me thinking a lot about my high school experience and my future, and just kind of thinking about what do I want for myself. Like, should I want to be in a relationship? Should I want to have a career? What does that look like to do both? It's something that definitely means a lot to me, and there's so much of sort of my thoughts and feelings on the world, and there's a whole big cast of characters, and it really is a character-driven story, and it's something I'm very, very proud of. I've never written a novel before. I never thought that I would be a novelist or ever write a book. I just never imagined myself writing that much, and the story just sort of poured out of me, and so it truly is my heart and soul, and I'm so, so proud of it, and I hope it gets published and out in the world, and I'm gonna try to use the next year while I'm still in college to work with my creative writing writing department and see if there's anything that I can do with that while still trying to query independently on my own. And so it's exciting to get to do that and get to see myself a year ago writing the story and now getting to see it find its place out in the world somewhere, hopefully, fingers crossed. I'm seeing myself grow so much, and even if I'm not always present here, I feel I'm growing in so many other different places, and I'm just excited for the future and for all the things that are coming. And so grateful to all of you for all of your support, and it's truly just been so fun to get to go on this journey and to get to watch myself grow. I think that is about it for this video. I'm so grateful to have this channel and to have, you know, support of all of you and all of my friends in the community. I am going to have so many links down in the description to friends in the community who've been super supportive to me and different collaborations and things that I've been a part of that are worth checking out, that have really been the bulk of my content over this past year. And thank you to all of you for watching this video and for supporting this channel and many different turns and twists and directions that it's taken. Your support means the world to me, and here's hoping in the future that this space can be something that grows to really reach its full potential, because I feel like I'm not entirely there yet. But it's nice to have this space just for me and friends and family members and other people in the community who want to watch, just for me to be me and talk about the things that I love. Here's to 6 years on YouTube, and here's to many more ahead. Thank you all so much for watching this video and for all of your support. It would mean the world to me if you subscribe, like, comment. All of those things are super helpful to me. I'm going to leave in the description for this video, I'm finally going to do this, I'm going to leave a channel survey, and you can just leave your comments, let me know what you like, dislike about my content, send me a message, just so I can know what I'm doing well, what you'd like to see more of, and it can sort of give me some ideas of videos that I can film in the future, whether or not I'm able to. Okay, on that note, thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you next time in a new one. I hope you're having a wonderful summer, a safe summer, and that you're enjoying yourself, you're getting to catch up with friends, family, you're getting to enjoy this summer, and you're doing so safely, and I'll see you next time in a new one. Goodbye!